Elon Musk has just proposed to step down as the CEO of Twitter. Should I step down as head of Twitter? I will abide by the results of this poll. The poll was started about an hour ago as I'm recording this video. In the very first few minutes of the poll, it wasn't looking nowhere near like this. When I first saw the poll, minutes after it was started, it was 50-50. And then every 5 minutes, the gap got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then exactly 58 minutes in, it was 58% yes. As you can see, I voted yes. I selfishly, as a Tesla stock investor, my interest is in Elon spending as much time at Tesla as possible. And if there is a CEO at Twitter or someone else who is the head of Twitter, who is the visible person who we can blame when things go wrong, when things get really political, I want all of that blame to go on that person, not on Elon. In the ideal, perfect world, it would be best for Tesla if every American liked the Tesla brand, not just Republicans or just the Democrats. Ideally, it's both. What Elon has been doing recently has been making more of the Democrats not like Tesla as much, and more Republicans like Tesla, although the amount of Democrats that we are losing, at least initially, is bigger than the amount of Republicans that we are gaining. But obviously, if just think about this, you can cheat on your wife and the relationship is over immediately. And how long does it take for someone to meet a person and for these two to get married? A long time. So I wouldn't really look at the numbers saying that we are not going to gain as many Republicans as compared to the number that we lose in Democrats. I'm not so convinced about that. But ideally, it is better for Tesla overall if every single person really likes Tesla brand in the US, and if Elon is not so directly and clearly associated with politics, for Tesla, the company, that is in the long term, it is probably better. It's not exactly obvious to me by how much, because if you really make one side happy because they are so excited about your cause, they might be buying so many more cars from you that maybe it might make sense. But it is a little bit better to leave room for ourselves to, if we want to try that experiment, we can try it later. It's just a safer play to not have to do that. With Tesla, we don't really see Elon's real-time mistakes and screw-ups and his corrections, but with Twitter, it's quite public. Multiple things that were happening. You know, if you remember Mario that showed everyone the middle finger, then the instant verification was basically launched with Twitter Blue. That was silly. I thought that was weird. But yeah, Elon figured out really quickly that did not work very well. I thought there would be like a photo ID verification. I just got my Twitter Blue. They didn't ask me for any of my ID or anything like that. So I'm not really so convinced about this current system either. I haven't gotten my verification yet. Maybe they're going to ask me for something. I don't know. And interestingly, we might already have a CEO candidate for Twitter at this moment. Elon is saying that the question is not about just finding a CEO, but it's about finding a CEO that can actually keep Twitter alive. This is in response to Hallmark's catalog, which is run by Omar. Omar has a pretty good point here. Then something goes bad at Twitter, even if it is directly Elon's fault, Elon should have, well, I think it would be better if Elon had a scapegoat so that all of the political attacks go to that person and Tesla is not tangled in this craziness. Here is Lex Friedman, who is extremely measured and very calm, very stable, no drama ever. He talks in monotone like this. Very measured. He said, fun suggestion, Elon Musk. Let me run Twitter for a bit. No salary, all in, focus on great engineering and increasing the amount of love in the world. Just offering my help. In the unlikely case, it's useful. Interestingly, Elon says you must like paying a lot. One catch, you how to invest your life savings in Twitter, and it has been in the fast lane to bankruptcy since May. Still want the job? To which Lex replies, yes, we'll turn it around. Lex has some serious guts here to put all of his life savings on the line. Much respect to Lex. There's also this other sinister side to this whole thing. There's a suggestion that Elon already picked a CEO and he's just running this poll just to make it look like people are deciding. While in the meantime, he's controlling everything behind the scenes. Now, Elon denied this and says no one wants the job who can actually keep Twitter alive. There's no successor. I really welcome this change. Anything that gives Elon more time to work on Tesla, I will be a big supporter of that. And I believe Tesla is now going to be in a better position to keep growing. And I think a lot of institutional investors are going to be feeling a lot more comfortable with Tesla going forward as well, assuming that Elon actually finds a successor who can take over Twitter and run it for him for the most part. But I am not sure if I am fully convinced that Elon is going to give up the control of Twitter. I think I am more likely to tend to believe that, of course, Elon will retain full control of Twitter. It is just going to be a puppet CEO, basically just following orders from Elon. Nonetheless, all of the rhetoric calling for Elon to step down from Tesla, I believe, as long as there is someone who is clearly running Twitter, all of that should start to calm down a bit. And all of this pressure that Leo Cogman, the billionaire all-in Tesla stock investor, has put on Elon, all of that pressure must have done something, at least. I'm pretty sure Leo contributed at least a little bit to influencing Elon to run that poll, and it is seriously looking like that poll is going to finish with the results demanding for Elon to step down. I mean, Elon himself, he wrote here, I will abide by the results of this poll. Maybe it was a little bit rushed, or maybe Elon just had enough of all of his drama and all of his noise, and he just said, screw it. Let me just see what the people want, and I'm going to give it to them. That doesn't sound at all like Elon, though. But do keep in mind, Elon is under enormous pressure at the moment. There are some people that think that this is not really meaningful. Steve here is saying people voting yes do realize that Elon is still going to own Twitter. He's just going to find someone to take on the day-to-day operations, but how say in everything. So your yes vote is meaningless. Now, Gary is speaking as a Tesla stock investor specifically, and for us as Tesla stock investors, this is a huge benefit because, like Gary pointed out, the permanent brand risk for Tesla becomes seriously diminished. And also, even if you have a CEO that generally agrees with you, they might still have some red lines where, let's say, if Elon wanted that CEO to cross that line, the CEO is going to say, not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Fire me if you want it to get done, and then Elon might indeed end up firing that CEO, but then he will need to look for another new CEO. So there is still a little bit of a pushback, but I would believe that Elon would retain basically. If he would want to ban anyone or change anything at Twitter, he would have a full power to do so. I would find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be able to do so. And now, as Tesla stock investors, let's just cross our fingers and let's hope that the results stay exactly like that. Which now, for a whole hour or so as I'm recording this, the results have not changed at all, other than there are more votes. So this is promising. These are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Post. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And this is the best news, the most positive news for Tesla stock this quarter, possibly? We'll find out tomorrow. Thank you for watching.